Welcome to Villainous Villain Breakdowns. This time, we're talking about Lady Tremaine. If you're playing as Lady Tremaine, you'll need to place a lock token on the ballroom before starting the game. This lock token means that you cannot move to that location, you cannot play cards to that location, fate cards cannot be played to that location, and cards cannot be moved to or from the location until the lock is removed. You will also need 5 trap tokens. These can be kept in a pile near your realm for future use. Lady Tremaine's objective is to marry Drizella or Anastasia to the prince. In order to marry off one of your daughters, a few things have to happen, and for the most part, these can happen in any order. Lady Tremaine must play either Anastasia or Drizella into her realm. Either of these cards can be played to any location except the ballroom, even if the ballroom has been unlocked. Once either Anastasia or Drizella are in play, Lady Tremaine can either upgrade Anastasia to Ballgown Anastasia, or upgrade Drizella to Ballgown Drizella. The Ballgown Anastasia and Ballgown Drizella cards cannot be played unless Anastasia or Drizella is already in play. When Ballgown Anastasia or Ballgown Drizella is played, the original Anastasia or Drizella card is discarded. Now that you have Ballgown Anastasia or Ballgown Drizella in your realm, they can be moved into the ballroom, but only if the ballroom has been unlocked. To unlock the ballroom, you must use Invitation from the King. When Invitation from the King is played, the prince is also pulled from your fate deck and played to the ballroom. Invitation from the King will stay in your realm as an item and can later be activated to check the top 2 cards of your fate deck, giving you the option to discard one of them. If the prince is revealed from your fate deck by an opponent before Invitation from the King is played, the prince must immediately be played to the ballroom, regardless of the fact that it's still locked. It's also important to note that the prince is technically a prince and not a hero, so any cards that affect heroes will not affect the prince. Once you have the prince and either Ballgown Anastasia or Ballgown Drizella in the ballroom, you'll need to play and activate Wedding Bells. As long as there are no glass slippers in play, you win. Glass slippers can be found in your fate deck. They can either be played as a normal fate card, or they can be forced into play after defeating Ballgown Cinderella, your most problematic hero. There are 2 glass slippers, one that gets played to the castle, and one that gets played to Cinderella's room. As long as at least 1 glass slipper is in your realm, you cannot activate Wedding Bells and you cannot win the game. Let's take a minute to talk about Ballgown Cinderella. Ballgown Cinderella prevents Ballgown Anastasia and Ballgown Drizella from entering the ballroom, regardless of where she's played in your realm. If Ballgown Cinderella is revealed before Ballgown Drizella or Ballgown Anastasia are moved to the ballroom, you must defeat Ballgown Cinderella to win. If Ballgown Cinderella comes into play after Ballgown Drizella or Ballgown Anastasia have been moved to the ballroom, then she has no effect and does not prevent you from winning. She is the only hero who cannot be trapped, but we'll talk about trapping heroes in a minute. Ballgown Cinderella cannot be played on her own. There are only 2 ways to play her. Either Cinderella is already in play and gets discarded to play Ballgown Cinderella, or Fairy Godmother can summon her. Cinderella is a hero card that adds an additional cost of 2 power to all effect cards. Fairy Godmother is a hero card that only allows fate cards to move allies. If you look at Lady Tremaine's realm, you'll notice that she does not have any vanquish actions. This is because Lady Tremaine uses a trapping mechanism unique to her. Instead of vanquishing heroes, Lady Tremaine can use specific cards to defeat heroes and remove other fate cards from her realm, and she can use other cards to trap heroes. When a hero has been trapped, a trap token is placed on them and their abilities no longer work. They will still cover the top of the location that they're played at, but their abilities are no longer valid. Trapped can be used to place a trap token on a hero. The locked up condition can do the same. Midnight is a risky card, but there's definitely a time and place for it. When Midnight is played, all heroes in your realm are defeated, and both glass slippers are played. Specifically, you'll want to play this if the glass slippers are already in play, or if you're going to need to defeat Ballgown Cinderella anyway. Lucifer is a very confusing ally that the internet cannot decide on how he is meant to work. So here, we'll explain how we use Lucifer according to our house rules. Lucifer is played like a regular ally, but his ability only comes into play when activated. Just imagine there's an activate symbol there above the text. When activated, Lucifer can trap a hero at his location. Think of him as an activatable trapped card that doesn't get discarded. You can play the key to move Cinderella to Cinderella's room and play a trap token on her. The key stays in play unless discarded, and can later be activated to move any hero to Cinderella's room and place a trap token on them. Although Ball Gown Cinderella cannot be trapped, she can still be moved to Cinderella's room using the key's activated ability. You Little Thief can be used specifically to defeat either Cinderella or Ball Gown Cinderella. Because there are a few cards in your Fate deck that can be very disruptive, you can use the Vicious Practical Jokes condition to choose from the 2 Fate cards picked and decide where it will be played. You can also use I Never Go Back on My Word to shuffle your Fate discard pile back into your Fate deck and then look at the top 4 cards of your Fate deck and replace them in any order. If you find yourself with glass slippers in your realm, there's only one way to get rid of them: Lady Tremaine's Cane. Lady Tremaine's Cane can be activated to remove 1 glass slipper. Because there are a lot of specific cards that you need to find in your villain deck, you can use cards like I Said If to draw more cards. This will especially be helpful if you're trying to trap or defeat a hero in your realm. Once you have the cards you need, you'll find that some cards just aren't needed. You can discard these like you normally would, or you can use the "and one more thing" condition to discard as many cards from your hand as you like and draw back up to 4 cards. As it comes down to the wire, you can use There's Still a Chance to either move an item or ally, or use an activate action. This is best used to move Ball Gown Anastasia or Ball Gown Gisela quickly into the ballroom before Ball Gown Cinderella can stop you, or you can use it to activate Wedding Bells and win the game. Some things to look out for from your Fate deck. Bruno. When Bruno is played or moved, Lucifer is moved to his location. This can throw off your trapping plans. Bippity Boppity Boo. When Bippity Boppity Boo is played, your opponent can remove a trap token from a hero and move them to a new location. Sweet Nightingale. Sweet Nightingale allows your opponent to move an ally to any location. This will likely mean Anastasia or Gisela getting moved to Cinderella's room. Jacques. When Jacques is played or moved, your opponent can discard 1 item from his new location. This means he can discard Wedding Bells or Lady Tremaine's Cane, preventing you from winning the game. And that's everything you need to know about Lady Tremaine. Check out our other videos for other villain breakdowns. In the meantime, there's still a chance that one of you can get him.